Narash. I'm from Impart and I'm the executive director and co-founder.
One of me, maybe we can reach 10%, 40 people. But 100 of you, we can reach the thousands.
Sec 1 to Sec 3, I kind of failed. Then Sec 4, I also failed. So, of course, you won't know that, okay, this studying is not for you because you've been failing and you've been trying and nothing works.
When people are in crisis, people respond differently. We want to be a human present to not take away their pain in that moment, but to sit with them in their pain.
Narish, don't push it too hard.
It was just me learning the art so that I can use it outside in the streets. Just in case, enemies come.
So let's now go into the flow of just drawing the empathy map.
Our motivation is that she wants to be understood, seen as someone that can help others and being of service instead of being like a burden.
I think that there is more than meets the eye when we look at the young person.
So today I'm on a crisis call. A young person is in a very vulnerable situation. It was apparent that he was caught in a cycle of addictions and he was caught in a cycle where there was a lot of things that he's struggling with. And so then it was for me to give him a listening ear.
And to tell them that, yeah, someone is there. You are not alone.
Extraordinary people with the love you bring. When you came into my life, it's here you'll stay.
When I was younger, I always wanted to be a doctor. And so when I went to the Navy and signed on, I did a lot of medical work. So I was an independent duty corpsman in the submarine. And after that, I aspired to want to continue my studies and I wanted to apply to a couple of med school. And I got through the first interview. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I got enlisted into a covert mission. So that kind of derailed my plans because I missed my interviews. So I was thinking about being a pediatrician at first. And then I was also thinking about how do I hone my craft in terms of engaging young people. And the Singapore Boys Hostel was something that my friend asked me to explore. Definitely entering the hostel facility was something that was a brand new world for me. I have never, in my time of growing up, met any friends that were even like them. They spoke differently, they acted differently, right? They had tattoos and they, I would say, came from a different world as compared to me. And that was intriguing. Bro, you were saying that you were suicidal? I was actually quite weary and scared of these people at first. But when I started to get to know these young people, especially their stories, and then suddenly all their stories started to sound same. There was some level of brokenness. There was some level of pain.
The intention was there.
Many of them were labelled troublemakers. They were seen as the menace of the society.
So we were trying to make a training kit for everybody. Because later on, people cannot recognize us or they don't want to call the police or what. At least the training shirt will mean that you all are part of the team, right? So I think that's an important marker.
And when I started to hear the story, it was a disconnect between what they have experienced and how the communities or the society have labelled them and how they were feared.
I started truancy during my primary school. So those were thrills, and after secondary school, it was more of like lost interest. And I felt like it was a waste of time, and that's when going to school isn't fun and interesting anymore.
Can we get there? Get there. Okay, so first of all, I want to say about your competition dates. It's been moved forward to 13 September. It's no more 20 September, okay?
Okay, this is a paid thing, so we need everybody to come and support if you're not playing or even if you're playing. So when I was about like 13, actually during primary school I had like theft and all those sorts of crime, and adds up until I think I was 14.
Rian soal ni. Arian Rafael, Bilal.
What happened to another club?
Then the new guy need to meet me.
Still playing that club?
Oh, then you Malay?
Power got -1. If you come early. 14, I was put into GP, this guidance program, and I failed that program and continued doing whatever I was doing, and that's when I had to go to the court. I knew it is enough, and it is a time where they had to put a stop, and because I'm just going all out. Then I got into Singapore Boys Hostel, and that's when I met Narash.
Okay. Yeah, so how's life? How's what?
How's life?
Now you look very like not sick only.
I recover one day.
One day, how come you can remember one day?
He brought me into an room, I think, an office. I didn't really believe him at the start because he's part of the home, so we can't trust no one inside. Yeah. He started asking me about my life and start sharing, telling me things that seem true about myself. But he kind of like matched this story, and then, oh, this is why you're like this, or there's a reason why you're behaving like this, could be, and then like, oh yeah, it could be, yes. So a lot of it were like accurate.
Outside, how did I get it?
Actually, really, he was very different from many of the young people that I met. He was a confident young man.
When I do have a lot of emotions, and I then told him that he said he wants to help me, and I refused the help.
The relationship, I would say, was really interesting to begin. And I believe he was also testing me in the first few sessions or times that I met him.
Well, at the point of time, I don't really know. I don't really understand emotions, actually. And he helped me to some sort like solve the emotion puzzle. It makes me comfortable sharing my problems with him and real problems that we are facing in the home to him, and he kind of like helped us along the way. And then when I was discharging from the home, I think a week before, he asked me, what do I want to do when I leave this place? I didn't think too much. I said boxing.
See you, Kak. Kak. Narish, don't punch you too hard.
Why I really love boxing and why I was really into it, and even getting hit makes me happy. So it was really a lot of the conditioning I had when I was young at home. The abusive environment and stuff like that. So I kind of feel tough. I feel like I'm tough now, and I'm ready to fight the war outside.
Always looking tired. See you? Cannot. Oh, ni. Okay, can lah. Practice your leg work .
Because at home, I suppress my feelings. I take in all the pain I can. And then when I'm out, I really love fighting. So I do not want to get hurt people outside, and I find that place where I can channel my energy, which is in the gym, and it's boxing, and it's the best time where I can some sort shine. But I felt like something is still missing in my life. I am growing, but only in the boxing aspect. But in terms of education and stuff, I felt like I need to do something. So then I shared with Narash, and he then encouraged me to go and take private N-levels, because my N-level in secondary school failed.
Guess what we're going to do today? Essay. No, we did essay last week already. Okay, the first thing that we will do is your favorite editing. Yay! Okay?
So today we are running the Edu Learning Labs, where we actually have a small group size classroom where we have a tutor, some volunteers and peer tutors coming in to help the class really to learn whatever subjects they are learning. It can be English, math or science.
Do we know the grammar rules? Nouns, pronouns, adjectives, article.
These are youths who may have fallen out of the school system or find the school system pretty difficult to follow through. So they take these classes with us. And basically, what we are doing here is we are preparing them for the final year examinations. They may have also faced bullying or academic struggles. What we have done here is to create a safe space where they can feel that they can belong and feel safe actually. Yeah.
Words like I, you, they're special, right? What should it be? What's the next word? Should there be an S or should there not be an S?
No S.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, can you write that first?
Individually, each one of them has actually progressed since day one, whether it's about being committed to studying or it's about improving in the different sections of the English paper.
So you know that you is special. The next word has no S, even though it's singular.
Yeah.
So what do you think the rule is actually?
Huh? I don't understand.
Just now we talk about pronouns.
Growing pains, right? So they're all growing together, they're all excited together. I think it's just very important that the different students have different learning abilities, and I try to accommodate each one of them every session. Number 2, what's the answer?
Asleep.
Sleeping.
Asleep.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Imparty 2025, our annual celebration. I'm Jenny.
3, 4, 5. Okay. And your 2 minutes of acting time starts now.
So this is our kind of yearly volunteer appreciation event, and it's called Imparty, which is kind of a play on the organization's name. And we really kind of do this every year once to kind of give volunteer appreciation and appreciate our volunteers for what they do. Yeah. So generally, most of our volunteers are students, and students from different unis, different polys. But we also do see youths who have gone through our program, and once they are over with our program, they graduated from our program, they do come back with us and volunteer with us as well. So it kind of creates this cycle of volunteers that keeps coming in.
You are part of the picture, you're part of us. One of me, maybe we can reach 10%, 40 people. But 100 of you, we can reach the thousands. And we are looking for greater years ahead. Thank you so much. At first, many of the social workers started to know about our work, and they needed help with their young people, so they will refer them for education support to us. And so we play a complimentary service where we have volunteers who are working with the youths, and we also update the social workers.
This is a system that's going to help you to just systematically inquire about who the youth is and what is the youth presenting. And based on this mapping, it becomes a lot easier to envision the way forward. What is the future for the youth?
Today, the training or the supervision, we call it, is for volunteers who are working with us on the I'm Not Alone, IMNA work, where we go out to young people who are in distress and in crisis. So let's now go into the flow of just drawing the empathy map, right? Be as creative, you don't need to end up the same face, but any face would do, but just around a circle in the middle.
I think maybe she is finding the wrong ways to deal with her current issue.
So today was an exercise where we helped them to have empathy for young people and also have empathy for themselves as they are doing the work. And so the tool helps them to reframe how they feel, how they think about the youth before they even enter the case.
Who we are empathizing with, right? She's a female, Chinese, 16, so there's potential substance abuse as well as safety risk. She'll need to stabilize her safety and in terms of jobs that she wants to get done, because she needs to complete her higher education in nursing.
I think she can see her family not giving her support and also being rather uninvolved in her life.
Her motivation is that she wants to be understood, seen as someone that can help others and being of service instead of being like a burden.
I think that there is more than meets the eye when we look at the young person. It is not that they are a strawberry or they are soft, but there is a lot of things that they are going through in their generation that is not similar to what the previous generations have gone through. Let me move into how you feel right now. And then after that, as you heard each other, I want to ask about what can we deeply empathize with this person, okay?
So I see him doing the work. I then think, this guy is doing great. Who will ever do this? He's really going out to help a youth that is in need. And he don't only do it for me, he do it for hundreds of youth. And then I told him that I want to do this work too. Narash knows that I'm seeing a client. This client never go to school and doesn't really go out of the house, and it is my turn to journey with this youth. And then I came over and paid him a visit. Didn't really talk much. Never seen a young person like that. It was like session by session. It takes a very long time for me to bring him out in the community. But then I asked him, what does he want to do? And then he said he just want to play takraw, sepak takraw. And then I told Narish that this boy wants to play seriously and he wants a coach, and he said he will find a team. And I didn't know Impart can make that happen, or I didn't know this was just a raw idea of this boy just coming up and telling me like sepak takraw. We worked it out. Narash gave me the resources on how I can actually start this program. Yeah, and then we started the program. When I see them, I see myself during my secondary school time, enjoying takraw as a sport, especially during these hours. A lot of times, parents are also not at home at night, so actually it's called the lepak time, and we call this happy hour. When I play sepak takraw, I also feel a sense of belonging, and I feel very connected within the community. And actually, after many nights, this time we have shared problems and also challenges that we are facing.
a lot of these young people who are involved in sepak takraw have some subcultures within them too. So one of the ideas or work that we have been doing is to see how we can also infuse the right values, the right attitude towards life, and it was also a way we learn their culture, learn their language, to look a bit like them, and also to be able to sound like them, so that they feel that we are safe people to talk to and relate with. And our job was to fan the flames of that strength that we saw in these communities. And we are talking about discipline, consistency, really hard work. When you fall down, you still have to get up and continue to play the game.
I think it's normal for someone to say I've never really thought of how far I would have come. As a person who have a strong belief that education isn't for me. Me computing education in a very different way works.
It was quite a journey, and I think that the journey refined Narish. And right now, he's able to do this better with the young boys that he's now serving or playing alongside with. And over time, he has sharpened his youth worker skill to be able to pick up signs where young people may be in distress, or even risk when they are not coming to sepak takraw, and then he kind of checks in on them and talks to them in ways that they open up even faster than they might open up to other adults.
Do you feel proud of your accomplishments?
Yes, I'm the first person who achieved a diploma in my family.
I think journeying with these kids never ends. We are here for them. We journey with them until they find their success, whatever success means for them. We don't have the definition of success so beautifully crafted for each young person. Each young person pursues their own definition of success. So I think we need to celebrate children, celebrate their journey a lot more, and we don't do that enough. We don't validate young people a lot.
We have our top achiever, Impart.
I'm going to NS next month, so I won't be leaving Impart. After NS, I'm not too sure what role I will take in 2 years' time. So definitely I will return to Impart to continue journeying with the youth and give them a fighting chance.
I don't just see that it has impacted Narish, but I think what I see is that generations to come, and he is a representation of what we want to do at Impart for many of these young people that we are serving. We don't want to just impact this generation. We want to impact the generations to come from them. And I think Narish has helped us to see that small vision come true.